This is Paul for Redneck Sports. I believe that everybody should win in life, or at least attempt to. The first three maxims of General Robert Neyland's game maxims, I believe apply to everybody. The team that makes the fewest mistakes will win. Play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. If at first the game or the breaks go against you, don't let up. Put on more steam. Welcome to the channel. Now let's discuss some sports. Like, subscribe, comment. Show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Now that Texas and Oklahoma are part of the SEC, there has been a lot of talk as to whether the two schools will be able to fit into the SEC. Well, now I'm here to tell you that Oklahoma will be a really good fit. They are ignored way too often because Texas gets all kinds of attention because of their football team. But Oklahoma has a really good football team. They also have other good sports on the docket. So this is not, I've already discussed how Texas is, but Oklahoma, I don't foresee having major problems in the SEC. I don't foresee them starting out right at the start being highly ranked or anything, but they could surprise me when it comes to football. But I mean, there are other sports that they're good at as well. So let's take a look at a couple of things. Most people talk about football, so let's talk about football. The Oklahoma Sooners have won 50 conference titles. That's the Southwest, the Big 8 Conference, which was also known as the Missouri Valley Intercollegiate Athletic Association, the Big 6 Conference, the Big 7, and then the Big 8, and then the Big 12. Lincoln Riley, who is now the head coach there at USC, won 4 conference titles while he was there. Bob Stoops won in 2000, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010. Those are all conference titles. National championships. They won in 1950, 55, 56, 74, 75, 85, and 2000. And by the way, the coach of the University of Tennessee now was the quarterback to the Oklahoma team. This is going to be a big rivalry watching this. This is what Oklahoma does when it comes to football. This is what you want to see in the SEC. They may not be as flashy as Texas, but they've got a very winning record, and we should pay attention to that. Oklahoma State men's football, or basketball, sorry. I'm like everybody else. I focus on football way too much. But men's basketball at Oklahoma is amazing. They're always going to the NCAA. They go to the NIT every now and then. They've been conference champions several times. They've been the conference season regular season champion several times. Now, they've only gone to the Big Show twice. But they're a good overall team. They aren't something to scoff at. And I think this would be a good thing with what's going on inside of the SEC right now. I think that their men's basketball program will be something that everybody will point to as better competition for the rest of this conference. I think this is a good match right here. So let's move on to women's. Oklahoma's women's basketball is also pretty solid. They have made runner ups in 2002, they made Final Four 3 times. They may not have the history of winning like the men do, but they have a pretty solid resume. They have a situation in which they're coming in and will do a pretty good job. Since 2002, Sooners' first appearance, their 3 appearances in the NCAA tournament history ties them for fifth behind Tennessee, Connecticut, Stanford, and LSU. This is not a halfway team. They're going to do good. This is the conference of Pat Head Summit. This is the conference of Dawn Staley. They are not going to be an embarrassment. They are going to represent Oklahoma really well. They've shown it. They've just got to get used to the play in the SEC, and I think that they can do it. Now, here's a surprise sport that most people don't pay attention to. Women's gymnastics. They were national champions 2014, 16, 17, 19, 22, and 23. No joke. Since 84, they have had multiple conference championships. They've had multiple, and I do mean a lot, of NCAA tournament championships. These women have been some of the most amazing teams when it comes to women's gymnastics that have gone on the apparatuses. Women's gymnastics at Oklahoma will become legendary performances against, say, LSU. LSU just won. So Oklahoma and LSU going against each other. Tigers, Sooners, these will be master classes in women's gymnastics. Honestly, this is something that we need to pay attention to. This is something that will bring all kinds of pride and joy to the SEC. And few people probably pay attention to them. But these women are hardworking and they know what they're doing. And their coach, currently KJ Kindler, 17th season, she is doing an amazing job there. And I want to see more of this. And I know few of y'all watch women's gymnastics, but this is something that will be amazing for everybody at Oklahoma. I believe that the University of Oklahoma being brought to the SEC is an amazing thing for not just Oklahoma, but for the SEC. I think that they overall are one of the best schools to be brought into the SEC. I think from the start they're going to be competitive. They may have to learn how to deal with higher competition than they had, but that doesn't mean that they aren't worth paying attention to. Seriously, they are more than worth paying attention to. As a matter of fact, we should be, those of us that have been around the SEC all our lives, should be glad that University of Oklahoma are coming to the SEC. Seriously, they're going to do great things, and it's going to bring up the competition level. It's going to give us more chances at having national championships within the conference. This is a good thing. This is going to bring about all kinds of amazing things. The Red River shootout will be amazing. It's going to be good for everybody. So, having University of Oklahoma, the Sooners, in the SEC, this is a good thing for everybody. And I hope everybody pays attention. Like I said, my team has been an SEC team my entire life, and long before that, they're one of the original SEC teams. I don't mind seeing Oklahoma Sooners come in, and I hope you don't either. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. I hope y'all have a good day, and I hope y'all think about this. Bye now.